Welcome back to Spice Guys TCG. I'm Sormil and this is Rex.
Hey guys!
And we're today doing a tier list for the heroine battles or heroines battle.
Yeah, the events. Sorry my mic is gonna be off, and also sorry for 2 tier list videos in a row, but it's not our fault. Bandai's releasing these, like, special formats.
Yeah, and also, like, Nats is happening right now, so, well, I think, yeah, by the time this video is, some people are all gonna be in Nats.
Yeah. So don't worry, next week we're gonna have the same Market Watch Monday, but not a tier list video, I promise you. But getting into that, we have our tiers right here. We got the Heroine Addict, which is the top tier. All right. Misgendered, those who know. Slop Adjacent, and then Slop.
Yep.
So let's get started with, I believe, our first slop tier, Charlotte Linland. Do we know what this leader effect does?
Yeah, we do. Well, kind of. It's really bad.
Yeah, Kuma can only do so much, right?
Yeah, maybe you can play this with the new Borsalino and stuff, but it's not legal for us for a while. Not until OP15, so
I'd say maybe
I think slop.
Maybe slop.
For sure.
This one is even more slop. Let's load this up.
This one's better. This one's way better.
Better?
Yes, you can stack your life. You can move your zero cost to the bottom and whatnot. If you play it right, it's better. It's slop adjacent, I'd say.
Nah, that's not good slop, OG. We are gonna just quickly move on. All right, this one now. This one has potential. This is top.
Top tier.
We should probably start reading the leader effects more too. So
Sure,
this one
yeah.
is, if your character with a base power of 4 or more will be KO'd, you may trash 1 card from your hand instead. Activate main, you may rest this leader, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2k power during this turn, and then up to one of your characters without an when attacking effect gains rush during this turn.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, a lot of times you're not even trying to get this rush value. You're just trying to remove your opponent's field. So you just tap a leader, give minus 2k to something, then drop a Beckman and remove their 8k body.
Yeah, we definitely know this is a new leader because of the fact that we have the entire biblical text in this column. We have a protection effect, an aggressive effect, and a minus effect.
I think this deck's big weakness might be, I guess less pressure from leader because you're not swinging the leader ever, basically. And the protection effect really only works for KO. But that actually does mean oh, you have a blocker out that's a 4 cost. Your opponent swings 12k. You can block and give 1 card and save it.
Exactly.
Which is nice.
Also, I thought that this was going to be character rush. This is just normal rush.
No,
we just drop 10 cost 12k kill Shanks, and then also have him rush. That is crazy.
Yes. And then in the niche circumstances where you're oh, they have a body that I want Shanks to kill, but it's too weak, I just tap leader, minus, then drop the Shanks and kill it.
Also, what's really nice is that most of the other VV leaders, which you're going to see later on, can't attack. This one's effect makes it so it can't attack, but it can still attack if you want to.
Yep.
So definitely Heroine Addict.
For sure.
Next, we got this VV leader. So exactly like I was talking about, this one's the one that can't attack. Do you want to read this one? Yeah.
Leader cannot attack, activate main once per turn, rest 2 Dawn, draw 1 card, and up to one of your characters gains rush this turn. And I mean, this is just a very old leader, OP04, very bad. The one thing it has going for it is that it's 5 life dual colors, but I think that's about it.
Yeah, and this is basically this is the power cut version of this.
Yep.
All right.
No, I think
Slop adjacent?
Slop adjacent.
It's definitely not slop.
I think the blue tools it has can let you compete.
Yeah, that makes sense. Next, we got the Rebecca card. This used to... Do you remember this card, bro? Do you remember this?
I remember, bro. Hey, as long as you don't run barrier, it's fine with me.
Some backstory. Do you want to explain about Peoria?
Oh, sure. I was playing Red Zoro at Peoria Regional, and I played against this player on Rebecca during one of the later rounds. I think we were both X2 or X1 or something, round 6 or 7. I think 7, yeah. And yeah, no, I was sending lethal, and I remember he used barrier against me. My board was really minimal because he was removing it every turn, and I had Nami Searcher and Zoro leader. So I think my best split was 9-9. So that's what I did. But because I was trying to play around barrier, because I'm oh, if I swing 8, he just 1 card counters and wins. He already had a big hand, and I should have just looked more at his trash because definitely had a lot of cards in there, but apparently he was kind of bricked. So if I swung 8, 10, I would have
You would have got it.
would have been able to win. Yeah.
Yeah. Long story short, this card, this is traumatized. But the leader effect itself is fine, bad, mid. I don't know. Definitely not amazing.
Nice. I mean, to be able to look at 2 cards and then just draw one and then fill trash, like it's pretty good for the color combo that you're in. But like these Dressrosa cards are not doing anything. Your leader can't attack, so you lose that pressure. Like, and nowadays, like all your other stuff is just going to be removed by like Gravity Blade and these blue removal tools. I don't think 3-cost Kyros is protected.
Yeah, high key, the way that I see this deck win is just like making the opponent bored to death or winning by time.
Yeah, you win by time and just like countering everything, and then like you set up like your 7-cost double attack Luffy and like go for crazy lethals.
Yep. So this is gonna go into adjacent.
Yeah.
All right, now we got one that my partner loves a lot. Shout out the GOAT. Belo Betty. You may trash 1 rev card from your hand up to 3 of your Rev Army type characters or characters with trigger gain plus 3,000 power during this turn.
Deck is gonna be really good, I think. I don't know if it's gonna be top tier considering all the removal that'll be ran, but I think even against some of those decks, if you're able to burst them down fast enough, especially considering there's like the new Thriller Bark trigger, there's the Usopp trigger, like these are all 1 cost that are 2Ks, and you could easily slot them into the deck and just have a ton more early game pressure.
Yeah, I think this one out of all the decks might be the one that's most determinant of your bracket. If your bracket is just a bunch of 3 and 4 life leaders, you can kind of just like win, just like push them over.
I don't think there's any 3 life leaders in this.
No, you're right. Just 4 life leaders then. That's crazy. Anyway, this one, Utsa. I think high key potential, bro.
This set is EB-03 illegal, so I feel like, yeah, it has the potential. I feel like, though, since a lot of the decks that you're going to be playing against are going to be blue, it might be a pudding victim heavily.
Also, a victim of not being able to get product. So,
yeah.
even though it's
secret rare Uta.
Exactly. Even though it's EB-03 legal, what are the chances that you're going to be able to get EB-03 by the time of release?
We did get the announcement last night that they are having some EB-03 reprints in March, I think, or April, one of the two. Hopefully March. But that and prices have started going down for like the boxes, so
yeah, I really hope it's not that bad.
We can hope at least the bulk will be cheap.
And hoping puts us in, yeah. I think a lot of heroin addicts gonna be blue, so
yeah,
maybe just there is fine. Now the bad Uta leaders.
You may trash 1 film type character from your hand. This is when attacking. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -2 during this turn, and then add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. I mean, you could probably get some decent ramping in here, but like, you also need to balance that in with like really bad film cards. That makes it so bad.
It's just a power creep victim. Like, you could tell this was made because if this was like now, it'd be like your leader also gets like plus 3,000 or something.
Yeah.
This might even just be slop, in my opinion.
For sure. I think slop.
Next is the red one. Activate main
once. Say slop.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Cards without effect. This is like Red Sanji, but like infinite worse. Yep.
Like green blue Sanji, but worse. Yeah.
Next we got one of probably the best alt art leaders is this one. I should have picked up all the alt arts, my bad, but you can go.
Yeah, this is activate main once per turn. You can choose one. The first one is rest up to one of your opponent's characters the cost of 4 or less. And the other one is give up to one of your opponent's characters -1 cost during the turn. This is a leader that's been hyped for so long, and people were always trying to cope it, but it really never worked out. It did see some success, like in like maybe OP07 tournaments, but yeah, I don't see this having a place in this tournament.
Yeah, it's always close, but never good enough. Which means you go right here and slop adjacent.
Yup.
I wonder where this one's gonna go. If you double attack, activate main once per turn. If your opponent has 3 or less life cards, give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to one of your characters. So, you know, it's the classic aggro deck. There's gonna be a lot of blue and a lot of other things that are gonna have some ways against it. If I was to put this on here, it would probably be in all right.
I would low-key have it lower than alright because I feel like at that point I'm just like just play Belo Betty, you know, like if you want to aggro like this Yamato deck, like yeah, they're gonna be blockers, you're not gonna be able to get past all of them, and then if you do get past it, they're just gonna be blue decks with like an infinite tome in their hands of counter.
Okay, so we'll just put it in this category for now. Those who know.
That sounds good.
And now this one.
I mean, to be fair, I will just put this on slop. Like, opponent one Dawn X1 opponent's turn. If you have 2 or less life cards, this leader gets 1,000 power.
Yeah, crazy slop. But it's still going here. But just picture this one as slop, and this one, I don't know, somewhere in between these two, depending on what me and someone will say. This one's a really interesting one. Reiju, when your turn, once per turn, when a Dawn card on the field is returned to your Dawn deck, draw 1 card.
Loki, like, I think if you can ETG out early and just, like, pressure your opponent heavily, like, ETG is a 7 cost, so definitely harder to remove, because it's like, oh, you can't just grab blade 2 of them, you'd have to Red Rock or something, you can't Jozu it either.
I mean, it's like Belo Betty with the explosiveness, but probably it goes a bit longer in the games. So I guess I would put it. No, it's not slop adjacent. It definitely has legs.
Definitely alright. I think potentially a pudding victim, like 4-cost blue pudding victim.
Yeah, but you also have the pudding.
You also have pudding, but you also want to run your consistent package.
Yeah, but you probably put like 2 pudding in there at least. Like 1.
That's probably.
Alright, the Boogeyman.
Yeah, on your opponent's attack, once per turn, rest 1 Dawn, and you can rest up to one of your opponent's leader or character cards. I mean, this deck has been a terrorist control deck forever. Ever since OP7.
And it still never dies. So I don't have any reason to believe that it won't. Like, it dogs on any aggro deck completely. Like, it completely lost them.
If you play it right, yeah. And, like, I mean, you have way better tools now to also deal with these other decks.
Yeah. Like, you try to play Belo Betty into this, you're cooked. Reiju, you're cooked.
You just, like, you probably need to rely on 8-cost kids still, but you also will need to run, like, go back to, like, more running removal protection, but not just KO protection. Mostly, I think, protection like Tishigi, which would protect from, like, all effects. Because I think Red Rock is going to be very scary in this format.
Yeah, but like with your biggest ops being away, like Emu, Ace, you should have a pretty good time.
Yeah, La Beppo's gonna put in some work.
Next one, the other Bonney. Once per turn, this effect can be activated when you play a character with a trigger. Give up to 2 rested Dawn cards to one of your leader or character cards. So this is similar with like the aggressive style, but I think it's a worse aggro deck than all 3 of these.
Betty. Yeah.
So
I think the potentialness, it's like a very potential deck because it's like, oh, you get a nice curve and like you get good pressure at the same time, but you also are going to be kind of reliant on some trigger bodies, especially like if we're worried about running into removal decks that'll just remove everything.
Exactly. Next we got the old Boa.
Your turn, once per turn, this effect can be activated when a character is removed from the field by your effect. If you have 5 or less cards in your hand, draw a card.
Yeah, this used to be the premier Boa deck.
It was the only Boa deck.
Yeah, the premier one.
Yeah, no, I think since you have 4-cost law and like you can get good card value and good tempo removal, especially like going second, I think it's decent. And being able to be 5 lives in this format of mostly 4-life leaders, I think that's also helpful and will probably curb these aggro decks in like the alright tier.
Exactly, like you could bounce, since there's no Emu, you could bounce this character, this guy's, this one too, which is very important. This one might be a little hard. I don't know if that earns a spot in the creams, the crop section, but
yeah,
definitely alright.
For sure.
I would be able to like put this up higher too. Something like...
Definitely higher than Green Uta, I think.
Man, you don't believe in Green Uta. I think bro has a chance.
I'm the one who put you onto Green Uta.
I know, and then I played it, and now I think it's fat. It's
I understand, I think, yeah, you need the 6-cost law and stuff, but like, if you mix the 6-cost law and they just Jozu, or like hit a Grab Blade on 6-cost law and Sanji, like, it's kind of rough.
Oh, the Grab Blade stocks for this format is going to be so up.
Yeah,
everyone's
good
gonna
thing
have
Sanji cannot play in this.
Yeah, true. Next, we got the new Better Boa. Opponent's turn. When you play a character, draw 1 card. Don 1 once per turn. When one of your Amazon Lily or Kuja Pirates type characters with 5,000 base power or more is KO'd, up to 1 card from the top of your opponent's life. Add up to 1 card from the top of your opponent's life to the owner's hand. Oh my god, I love new One Piece. I love new One Piece. I love all the cards having 5 paragraphs, bro. So,
yeah, they gotta specify base power and then, you know, like add instead of like take damage and whatnot.
Exactly, they have to do so many things to make sure the effect is like ridiculous. Have 1 defensive power, 1 offensive power. Yeah, bro, we get it. So
yeah, for sure, top.
It's meta now, it's gonna be meta in this event. Pretty simple. Carrot with EB-03 support. A lot of people have been putting some eggs in this basket.
You can't put all your eggs in one basket though, which is the problem.
Yeah, and this basket is strangely Law and Beppo shaped.
Yeah, and then you have like interesting restander that restands like 3 things. You're also just a grab blade victim, I think.
Yep. So, where does Carrot go? Are we worse than all right? That's the real question.
There's a lot of Carrot fans.
There's a lot of Carrot fans. Oh, this is risky. I'm gonna put you here, Carrot fans.
Misgendered?
I was thinking that.
That work.
No, the Carrot fans will kill us, bro.
Yeah.
We're just gonna put you the end of here and move on. How about that?
Yeah, sure. We don't have to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about that. Lim, your character's...
Loki, goated.
Yeah, your character cards are played rested, rest 3 Dawn, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck, and rest it, and play up to 1 Odyssey character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand. So normally you would be just a Gravity Blade victim and a Pudding victim, but you have like Shankses, you have a bunch of other things to fill out. You're kind of like an aggro mid-range deck in a lot of the builds of Lim that I'm seeing.
I think if you like tech it, you can tech it around aggro for sure, like run 7 cost Shanks, minus your opponent's field. The ramping is really good. You'll be getting big buddies before they can like remove your stuff.
There's only one of, I guess, oh wait, all the ramp decks are next to each other, it's so funny. But yeah, there's only like 3 big ramp decks, and only 2 of them are like super ramp decks. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it's in the top tier. I think it's better than these 2. I guess right over here next, over here next to Uta. That seem good?
Yeah, that does seem good.
I guess we're already doing like the assortment. Here we got Robin.
Yeah, this is Banish. When attacking, you may trash a card with trigger from your hand and add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck, rested. I think considering like, you know, there's these yellow decks in the format, blue-yellow decks primarily, that are kind of trigger reliant. Well, I wouldn't say Nami's trigger reliant, but I think Banish is really good resource deprivation in general.
I agree, but my only problem is like blocker heavy deck, blocker heavy deck, blocker heavy deck ish. No, this is like,
yeah, you're gonna block the Robin swings.
Yeah,
but
in a War of Attrition too. So
you run out of cards so fast in Robin.
You run out of cards so fast.
I don't think she's top tier.
No, I don't think so either. I'm trying to decide where in all right. I think
I think because ramps to like decent big guys is pretty good, and since we get EB-03, right? We get like 7 cost Robin.
Oh, 7 cost Robin. True. Okay. Sorry, Uta. Is it better than? Is this Boa too high? I guess we'll worry about that later. For now, we have Sugar. End of turn. If you have a Don Quixote pirate type character with 6,000 power or more, set up to 1 of your Dawn cards is active. Opponent's turn. Once per turn, when you activate an event, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active.
Yeah, so now there's a cool Sugar card that's like a 3 cost, I think 1k or 0k, and it basically just has an effect like activate main, trash it, and play I think a 6k power Don Quixote Pirates card from your hand to the field. So you get this effect early, you get a good body early, and if your opponent swings at you, you get to ramp.
Yep, this one seems super strong. I'd even be putting it... Okay, what do these... I think it loses to Bonney. I think it can beat Vivi. And I don't know what the Boa matchup is like. What do you think?
I
think
can become a 7k leader, so...
With what?
There's the Pentachromatic Strings, which is like a Don Quixote locked event.
Is there not Bullet String too?
It might be the same thing. I think you're thinking
Oh,
of. It gives 2K counter and then it gives 2K for the turn.
low key chat. I might not hate
I'm
it
pretty
here.
sure Sugar got banned in the Japanese Heroine Cup. That's
Well,
what I was hearing, or at least some stores. I think because it was doing really good.
yeah, I think it's actually really up there. I think it's like crazy underrated. Next one, Shirahoshi.
Yeah, this leader cannot attack. Activate main. Once per turn, you may rest one of your Dawn cards and turn one card from the top of your life cards face up. Play up to one Neptunian type character card or Megalo with a cost equal or less than the number of Dawn cards on your field from your hand.
So
I think it's good.
does it get support or is it just?
Yes, we got support in EB-04 also, and we already have there's like a 2-cost Shirahoshi that has removal protection for
True.
6-cost or lower Neptunians.
True.
Some of the EB-04 support seems kind of crazy. I think like the one that draws you hella based on like Neptunians, and then you like discard, but then that just lets you cycle like hella cards.
So it's definitely above. It's definitely in the all red or above tier.
Yeah, I think
I
it's pretty good. It's gonna be very pilot dependent and also dependent on your opponent's ability to react to like this deck, because they won't know a lot of the cards most likely.
think I'll put it in all right for now. I think you're still unfortunately grab blade pudding victim, and you can't combat him enough.
Yeah, probably.
Next, speaking of grab blade pudding, Nami, your turn once per turn. This effect can be activated when a card is removed from you or your opponent's life area. If you have 7 cards or less, draw a card. 1 Dawn when attacking on opponent's attack. You may trash 1 card from your hand. This leader gains plus 2k power. Yeah, we're just gonna put this right up here.
Yeah, like what? Become a 7K leader against Boa? Okay.
Yep.
What are they gonna do? Remove Boa's board also by just grab blading? Sure. Red
Yep.
up their 9-cost Boa? Sure.
Yep. Kuma, new cards, the Robin.
You can run 10-cost Newgate.
Yeah, 10 cost Newgate, the new Robin. Yeah, like you know how Ace has to take a own life and do the whole thing to become an AK leader? Nope, you're just a 7k every turn.
Yep, you just have to have a way to put the Dawn on, and we have the promo now in the West. The
Exactly,
girl.
Shoujo.
Yeah, under the rules of the game, you can only include cards with the East Blue type in your deck. Also, when your deck is reduced to 0, you win the game instead of losing, according to the rules. And then Dawn times 1, when this leader attacks, damages opponent's life, you may trash a card from the top of your deck.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say if you want to get out of the tournament as fast as possible, bring one of these decks.
I think you're rating it really low. I think even with the just East Blue restriction, it's gonna be like very oppressive against decks like Bonney and like any slow deck.
Yeah, but I feel like most of these decks now have a lot of ways to like burn life and make the game like really fast. Like slow.
Yeah, I would agree with that though. I think maybe slop adjacent because a lot of people really don't know how to play against it.
I guess you're right. That's too disrespectful putting her in this category. And then the last leader, Koala. When this leader attacks your opponent's leader, if you have 2 or more characters with a cost of 8 or more, draw 1 card. Once per turn, this effect can be activated when your opponent plays a character with a base cost of 8 or more, or when your opponent plays a character using a character's effect, your opponent adds 1 card from the top of their life to their hand. Bro, such long leader effects. This is definitely in alright, I think. I definitely don't think this is slop, especially with the new Koala.
Yeah, 4-cost Koala is pretty nice. Like, no one's gonna swing into it because they kill it. They gotta drop like a 6-cost Robin, which is really good hand destruction and a blocker. And like all your cards are 8 cost, so no Gravity Blade worry. Like Red Rock will be probably an issue, but you also have like combos like Dragon into 6 cost, which like you can only remove one of those bodies.
Yep. I definitely think this is
good
strong.
Card draw.
All right, do you want to attempt to actually make this like ranked?
Sure. I think low-key I would have Nami as the best deck.
Nami is the best deck,
Yeah.
and then I think Bonney is gonna have a field day with a lot of decks, and then probably new Vivi, Sugar, and then Boa. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean maybe Boa above Sugar still.
But the thing is, Boa with Gorgon Sister Trigger is like here. Boa without Gorgon Sister Trigger is like here. But I guess it's a strong yellow deck, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean I think Sugar also is like a deck that's like, oh, you read their opponent's leader effect as like, oh, one opponent's like, you know,
Oh, you just don't swing.
turn. Yeah, I'm just not gonna swing, and I think that is generally probably the way to beat it for most decks.
That makes sense. Speaking of swinging, we have Belo Betty here, which I think is too high. Who's the king of the alright tier? That's the question.
That's a really hard question.
That is a really hard
Probably
question.
the hardest.
There's so many good contenders.
I mean, if you think Belo Betty's too high, maybe Koala, just because base has hand destruction.
Yeah, I think maybe it's Koala, Betty.
Like Robin's probably decent because like Boa, like they'll just counter your leader swing, so then you're like getting cards out of hand instead of making them take their life.
I think these two are good here, and then what, like maybe this? Yeah. Yeah. No, that looks. Look at all the yellow. That's so funny. Yellow's so back.
Okay, it's gotta be sexist for them to make, you know, all these like women characters yellow.
What do you mean by that? Nah, what do you mean by that? Nah.
You're saying they give the color that has like a lot of luck, so people are always like get mad at luck, and then they giving it to like women. You know, that's.
Bro,
like,
I think you're reaching, bro. I think you're about to get us canceled. Anyway.
I'm just theory crafting.
Yeah, bro. Keep the theory crafted. I'm gonna have. I don't think we organize any of the slop adjacent or slop. That's just for fun. This is you just bring for fun. And this is like somewhere in here, probably like in this area. And this is somewhere in this area. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is Rex and Swarmlo signing out. Bye-bye.